This is my A-level computer science non-exam assessment project video walkthrough by Samuel Rose of Hardenhuish sixth form. So my project was to develop and model the photoelectric effect for the physics department using an animation, and this is the project that I've built. So when it loads up, this user selection screen, allowing you to select student or teacher account. I'll go into student for now. Then when you get in, this is the animation form. You click start animation, and the animation starts with the parameters given under HF and under the work function. All of the values in text boxes other than the value of C are completely changeable, so 2.29, and then when you click start animation again, from that I've changed the value of HF so that it's now greater than the work function, so electrons are now released from the metal plane, causing a flow of charge. If I set it equal, a third scenario plays out where they're released but they don't have the energy to go through the localized area. And now this is all given using an underlying equation. HF, which is the HF, which is the energy of the light, equals HF naught, which is the work function of the metal sheet, plus half mv squared max, which is the velocity at which it will be released. Now this project on student mode, at a random interval from 1 to 5 minutes, it will then load up a question to ask the students and close the animation form so that they can't continue the animation. They have to answer the question, and this doesn't allow you to go back to that animation form until you've got it correct. So this is one of the questions. In the animation, the speed of photons is given as a value as c. What does c stand for? C in this case is the speed of light. Correct answer, and it loads back here with the exact same parameters as you had before. Now in this drop down box, it loads again. A metal has a work function that's 6.99 electron volts, because you need you need an energy of a photon greater than the work function to release energy. Now this loads back here. In this drop down box you've got 4 different metals, sodium, zinc, copper and the mystery metal. Copper is yellow. All the metals have different work function values. As a result, it affects the animation. So this is the underlying equation I was speaking about. HF is work function plus half mv squared max, so 2.29. What's happening? 4.40 start animation. What's happening here is that 4.4 is equal to 4.3 plus half mv squared max, and that you can work out the speed at which the electrons are coming off. So all of the questions are stored inside a database outside of the system, which is then ported in using a feature called OLEDB adapters into a dataset in the program, and from that dataset they're directly able to be manipulated and compared. So with the question system, if you get a question wrong, it knows and it will tell you it's wrong and tell you to try again. I'll just wait for that to happen again. So here we go, a question's loaded. Compared to ultraviolet radiation, gamma radiation has. Now the correct answer here is a higher frequency and a shorter wavelength, but I'm going to go for answer C, a lower frequency and a longer wavelength. It comes up with this text box saying incorrect answer, please try again. So try D now. incorrect, please try again, A, incorrect, please try again, and then B, correct answer, and it reloads the animation form. Now if I reload this again, I'm going to show you teacher mode because it has slightly different functionality. No, incorrect. Incorrect login details, please try again. So here you'll notice these two extra buttons here. In teacher mode, because it's not directly for student use, it's for the teachers to use as a teaching aid, you don't want questions to pop up at random moments which would interrupt the teacher's flow. So the teacher has direct control over when a question's asked. They click load question mode, it loads a question. So this one, which the following statements about infrared radiation, ultraviolet radiation is true. An ultraviolet photon has more energy than an infrared is the correct answer for this one. Now the teacher mode has direct access to the question database. This is so over time the teachers can add their own questions to the system to challenge the individual classes on their use of it. And that directly loads up the Access database, from which you can add new questions. All the questions are here with all four possible answers and their correct, which number's their correct answer. That's basically it for this system.